What's up, guys? This is Kofi again from YMCA, and I'm here to take you through some of my favorite exercises for abs. Now, everyone knows about the typical exercises like sit-ups, planks, things of that nature. I actually want to show you guys something a little bit different. So generally with abs, if I'm working them and I'm doing a certain amount of reps, what I do is from the get-go, I keep a certain amount of reps in mind before even starting. So let's say that I want to do maybe per workout, like 200 to 250, right? What I think about is how many exercises do I need and how many reps do I need to get to that number, right? And what I make sure of is that all those exercises target different parts of my abs, right? So I'm not the biggest fan of planks. I don't want to get into that. Everyone has their own opinion on it. Personally, I've seen situations where somebody can, for example, they could do probably up to 5 minutes of planks, right? But then you ask the same person, hey, how many sit-ups can you do? How many ab exercises? How many reps of this particular ab exercise can you do? And either they don't have an answer, or they can't do that many. So it just goes to show like how effective are planks really. But I'm digressing. I don't want to get into that. This is about my favorite ones. Just letting you know from the get-go, planks aren't one of them, right? So before I start, what I like to do is a static kind of movement in the beginning, which a plank is, by the way. But what I'm actually going to do is a static leg raise. All right, so with anything that's static, that means that you're not moving around. You're not coming up and down or anything like that. Everything's staying still and tight and controlled. Now, one thing for all ab exercises is this. Once your legs are up in that position that you need to be in, don't move at all, right? Focus your mind on a certain part of the abdominal region and keep the abs tight and suck down toward the ground, okay? So personally, what I like to do is I think of my belly button region, right? I'll keep those muscles down there tight and I'll stay as still as possible. So I'm just gonna take you through about 10 seconds of it, all right? So get your mat, you'll get down. So what I'm gonna do is, one other thing that I'm gonna say is this. With abs, keep your head up, because once you can just pause this and check it out for yourself. Once you pause, you're actually gonna feel more activation in your ab region. So it's really important. You gotta decide for yourself, do you wanna have the most effective kind of ab routine or not? To do that, you wanna have the abs with your head up, all right? So what I do is I like to hold my hand in my hands. So this is the static leg raise. I'm only gonna hold it for about 5 seconds so you see what that looks like. So what I'm gonna do is I'll stay in this position like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So that's the static leg raise, okay? Now, as soon as you get into that position that you just saw, your body's gonna be shaking within 5 seconds. So imagine you're doing something like that for like 60 seconds, right? You're gonna feel a whole lot of vibration going on, a whole lot of shaking. But that's good. That's how you want to start it off. Now, if you need more sets in order to warm up your body, then do so. Because sometimes if you don't do this properly and then you go into the other exercises, things feel more difficult than they should. So what I do is in the beginning, make sure you do something like that just to get the body primed for it, get it ready. By the time that you do that second one, you're gonna feel a little bit more activation going on, right? So more of the core is gonna start turning on and activating. In the beginning, you may not even know where you were supposed to feel it. But on the second time around, it's almost like your body's downloading the different information, and that's when you start feeling different parts turning on, okay? So, number one, go into the concentric now. The concentric means the ones that you do where you're moving around, you know? You're moving back and forth for reps. You know, that's not static. Static is its own category. This is concentric, okay? So I like to call these unicycles. Now, most of you are aware of what bicycles look like for abs. That means you're down on the ground, you're pedaling your legs back and forth like that. Unicycles mean you keep your feet together, legs together, and then you give me a forward rotation, all right? So bicycles go like this, unicycles go like that. All right, so let me show you what that looks like from the side. I'm gonna do about 5 reps. So remember, same thing, keep the head off the ground, hold the head in the hands, and then give me that full rotation in the legs. So like this, I'm gonna do about 5 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good. Remember guys, with all these exercises, I like to piece them together like Legos, right? Each thing feeds off another thing, and then so on and so forth, okay? So, you see how I started first with the Stag Leg Raise, which was a still position with my legs at about a 45-degree angle, right? Then I did the unicycles, okay? So now, they start probably at the point of that 45-degree angle, and then I start doing that circular motion, right? Circular motion. Make sure if you've got long legs, you're stretching out those legs a lot more, right? Don't give me any short crocodile leg kind of movements, right? You've got long legs, make sure you're stretching them out all the way, back and forth, full circular rotations, right? Like I said, everything ties into each other, which is what brings me to the next one. So far we have Stag Leg Raise, we have unicycles. Number 3, we have reverse crunches. Reverse crunches. So this is probably the only one where you can probably put your head down, only because of what it looks like when you're performing this, right? So reverse crunches, you're on your back, your head is down all the way now, this time, only because of what's gonna happen with your knees, right? So I'm on my back, right? I'm explaining this to you before I actually get into the position. You're gonna be on your back, your legs are gonna start, you can do it 2 ways, right? You can have your legs on the floor stretched out, or you can have your legs in the air, right? Lower than that 45-degree angle, okay? Then, one of the key parts doing the reverse crunches right is legs can be straight, but they can also be bent. Number 1 important part is the bottom of your feet should end up facing the ceiling, all right? So that means you gotta bring your knees in as much as possible until the bottom of your feet faces the ceiling. So, I'm gonna show you 5 of them. So remember, head stays down. My hands are down on the ground like this. I'm gonna show you with bent legs instead of straight legs. So here, and then you focus on bringing the knees in with the bottom of your feet facing the ceiling. So like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Wow. So, I'm telling you guys, you don't have to do that many reps. See, just those 3 in general will be enough to fry you up, you know, fry up those abs. I'm already feeling just from doing 5, see? But some of you gotta do a lot more in order to feel those activations going on. But since my body is familiar with that movement, they know how to recruit the muscles to start contracting in the way I want them to. So, next, we're gonna do the bicycles now. So with bicycles, there's an easy way and then there's a hard way, right? The easy way is you do the bicycles just legs only, right? Where your legs are bicycling like this. The harder way is with a twist, like that. So I'm actually gonna show you both ways. I'll do 5 of each. It's important that your reps are a pair of 1. So that means if you go like this, boom, boom, that's 1. Not 1, 2, 3, 4. Unless you like it like that. I mean, I personally like the pair because it just works out better for me. and it keeps things slowed down, right? It keeps things slowed down. Otherwise, your body's too busy keeping up with the numbers. So first, go slow, find the rhythm, and then do it like that. So, I want to show you the 2 ways. Legs only, and then with the elbows, with the twist. So, like this. Head stays up, legs only for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, so just like that. Now with the twist, go slower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you have it. Bicycles with the twist. All right? Next, still focus on the obliques. So you'll see right now, you see how I'm transitioning from just the core to now things that are now more twist based. Working out this part of the body, right? So next up, we have windshield wipers. 2 ways you can do these wipers, right? So the first way is you're gonna go on your back. You lay flat on your back, lift the legs up all the way until the bottom of your feet face the ceiling with straight legs. So you pretty much look like an L, right? You look like a 90-degree angle, right? And then you stay in that position and your legs bend like this, side to side. So I'll show you what that looks like first. Legs up, and then to the side like this. 1, 2, and 3. Good.